Oh, what's up, YouTube? So yeah, continuing from last time, just how the veterans are treated, how they're looked at. I guess I'm gonna start off with a long time ago. I came to a horrifying realization. I have always been like bottom of the barrel worker, making always minimum wage, always, always. I take the lowest paying job there is. So, imagine my surprise when someone in the service who was active, we were just joking about money. I sent him like how many hours I get paid, because who cares, man? He's gonna know how much I get paid. He's definitely richer than me. At least I thought. Then, to my surprise, he was making to the dollar the exact amount I was making working full time in the civilian world. That that's scary. Like, he was working hot sun, hot days, driving company cars that you're responsible for. If you wreck the car, you pay for it. Risking life, limb, well-being. And getting paid the same as some burger flipper, as some waiter, as some dishwasher, as some janitor. Just imagine, like, let's not talk bad about these jobs. You need your janitor. You can talk bad about the janitor, which I really look down on. But guess what? When there's a mess and you're too sick to clean it up, guess who you're gonna need? The man willing to work for pennies on the dollar to clean up your spew while you go recover. You ever been in a place where there's no janitor and you had to clean it up? It's not fun. Like, at all. So, the same man cleaning your dookie is getting paid the same as the man getting cleaned out by, potentially cleaned out by enemies. I mean, you could talk about how casualties aren't as high as they were, but even one casualty, you gotta imagine, what if you were that casualty? Like, when someone loses their life, that's it. There is nothing else, there's no more. They don't get to see the next game release, whatever they liked. Let's just say GTA 6. Imagine, you know how many people, I think one guy got to play it early because he was about to die. But even if he did, I remember people were hating, which is ridiculous. Like, he's God now. Yeah, he got to play it early, but he probably would have traded playing GTA 6 forever. Just to live some more, like, remember when South Park was talking about Red Dead Redemption 2? The offer for the monster to stop attacking town is to not play Red Dead anymore. Back then, the offer was absurd, but now it's like, okay, I haven't touched that game in years. It's a good game, beautiful. I enjoyed every second playing it. Yes, even online mode. Yeah, I enjoyed the loading screens too. That's when I could take a bite of my cereal, just chat to my party. Even on PC, the loading screens are just insane. People say, no matter how much of a beast your PC is, if the game's not optimized, it's not optimized. It ain't gonna work. Oh yeah, fishing. I enjoyed the fishing in Red Dead, but back to the subject. Yeah, these people who probably had to fish in a foreign country, risking diseases because they're so starving. Half of the military service just waiting around and maintaining weapons, I hear, but imagine being in a hot forest. Half of us can't even handle outside now. Mind you, it's hotter than ever. I used to wear a jacket in elementary school in the summer, in a tropical region, and I was fine. Mind you, I was like under 10, which when you're underneath 10, you're resilient. You're not going to go down easy. You got some next level healing, unless something serious happens. Well, I guess I had the genetics for it. Some people will fold with one little smack. People are usually the loudest. But you know who's loud and tough? People in the military. You know, when they're marching, they're not singing. Those cadences, they're to keep them on step and keep them going. Formations were designed because that was the fastest way in the world to move your armies. Still the fastest way, besides vehicles, but if it wasn't for vehicles, formations were the fastest. The commands, the banners, there's a reason people had that. I did not bring my jelly Pokemon. My jelly pal, to get more fishing items, but it's fine. Always found that a problem in these kinds of games, getting your team together, your squad. But we're out here making squads of fictional people. These military people, they have actual, who they call brothers, people they're with, would die for. And you know how life is, you don't get to see someone for life. You can know someone and want to be with them forever, but life will just... You don't get to keep anything forever, not get to know people. You don't get to keep anything. One day I know everything I have will be gone. This Xbox, this controller, my screen, maybe I'll be gone. So I gotta make the most of it. But the people military, they choose to take, instead of making the most of it, making it safe for you to make the most of it. Because again, think about Korea, China. You don't want to live like that, get the tiger chair. But yes, I don't care about you, China. The tiger chair is real. You torture your people. It's been known way before there was AI. So these troops, like, you know, I don't know how you'd feel bad about America, because America is about the one country that'll let you talk bad about it. It's like, you wouldn't dare talk bad about a protected one, but the one guy who says, you can talk, I don't care. You're really gonna hate on him just because you can? What if America did bring the hammer down? What if after Trump there's like some Mustache Man 3.0? I'll let you guys in the comments argue about who's 2.0. But if there was 3.0, what if he said, anyone who speaks against me, what if he did come after you for all the TikToks and stuff? That would be a true regime, and then you couldn't even say that. You'd have to sing praises for America. Imagine being in North Korea, having to dance and wave your hands around like you're a cartoon. The way they move is dystopian. People say they're scared. I think they're just brainwashed. They're just like, oh my word, it's him. Because we see with media, if someone's like talked up enough to you, you're like, oh, it's him. Like, imagine back in 2000s meeting PewDiePie. I probably would have been like, oh my word. No, I never liked PewDiePie. I would have just been like, oh, PewDiePie, wow, great channel, even though I didn't like his content. I didn't really watch it much, but I'm gonna admit, I would just, anytime he'd say, it's PewDiePie, I would turn it off. I'm like, no, cringe. And then I discovered that everyone's cringe. Yeah, everyone, no matter who you are, you're cringe. Someone finds you cringe. Someone finds your behavior embarrassing and they would never do it. That's why you gotta be you. But if you're gonna say be you, let people be them. Don't be hating on the homeless man talking to himself. By the way, homeless men, these veterans, talking to themselves, why are they? We know with all the stuff on the internet that all this stuff's real. Did they get, what kind of demons actually got in their head? These people were in Iraq. Do you know how much lore is in Iraq about the Necronomicon and crazy people? Muhammad just went in there, threw all the idols out of a temple and said, this is our Allah. And they went for it. That place is crazy. They're just definitely going to be affected by something spiritual if it's there. If not, definitely scientific. There's got to be something there. But yeah, I wonder if Iran is hotter than the hottest parts of America right now. Because these men were in full boots, tactical gear, having to run. Have you ever run in the heat and just felt like you were going to die? Imagine that and you just got to keep going. Because one, you know how a human is, you're around your boys, you can't look weak. Two, if you don't get to cover, it could be the end. Which, imagine actually thinking it's the end. Like, we watch so many anime where it's like, I'm going to sacrifice myself. Like, actually dying, you're done. All the people who died in those animes, do you remember them? Like, that's it. They don't affect anymore, unless it's some bullshit show where they come back to life. No, I don't think it's really bullshit. Sometimes if you like the character. It's a show. You gotta bring Superman back. You can't throw away Superman. You know, if they did permanently kill him for the story, you all be mad at whoever they threw him into. Whoever they threw him into. Whoever they got as his replacement. Or wherever. They probably did. Actually, they probably would throw him into someone he just combines. Like, instead of Superman, it's Ultra, Super, Mega, Plutonian Man. And boom, you can reboot the Plutonian in modern day. That would be a good idea. Make the Plutonian woke and... That's what I would do with me. Make him woke and the whole first half is insufferable. Then have him reveal, like, duh, that's how you control these idiots. And just have him be a complete, just chud loser who tricked everyone. Look at me, I'm getting off subject. I guess I can say, it's hard to think about it because they're the heroes that aren't on TV. They don't get a symbol, they don't get t-shirts. I guess trying to argue for them, I guess they appreciate it, but I guess they maybe knew. They knew it. Yeah, remind me of this guy. It's just like, you fight your whole life and look. Ain't no one here, they promised you retirement, they promised you back up the boys. Look at this guy. Just left out in front of his enemies. His heavily armed enemies. Why do we do that to our troops? Just use them and leave them. So many people I could think of are in this exact position. They're just literally in hell. And the people they work for don't even do anything. Just completely broken. These broken heroes on the side of the road. And I won't lie, just like you guys, I keep walking. We all have stuff to do. We all got a life. We all have a mission. We could argue, when did the mission become more important than other people? I'd argue it always was. Wasn't as widespread. They act like the old days were... I was around in the 90s. No, it was not paradise. There were bullies. There was things. People would hold on to stuff. You think the internet remembers forever? People would remember forever. They would bring stuff up from 20 years ago, believe me. You didn't need the cameras. You had a freaking this girl or that guy. They're living documentation. They live just to mess with people. Find them 20 years later, they'll bring it up. Of course, then you could bring up those charges they went through, and then they get mad. And no, that's too personal. But speaking of charges, these men are risking charges. Like, if they disobey an order, if something goes wrong, no one's on their side. You know how it's like to get jumped at work and get fired? What if someone in the military just had low charisma and just in the situation, he failed the skill check and now his life's ruined? The fatal skill check due to lack of charisma. That shouldn't be a thing, but I can't say it should or shouldn't. That's just how humans are. It is a thing. It's gonna stay a thing. I don't know. I just want any veterans out there know we do like you. We do appreciate you. A lot of people do see you as heroes. I don't know, but I guess you won't get a lot for it. Maybe a discount here. Your money's no good here, sir. Your meal's free here. I know it'll never be enough. I guess nothing on this earth can make up for it. Whatever award you're gonna get, you'll get in the afterlife. And if your afterlife, you don't get any rewards, well then this thank you from me is your reward. From this grown man playing Power. Actually, it's not Pokemon. As long as it's not Pokemon. Forget Pokemon. So much cringe. I get tired. I was tired of Pokemon anyway. You know what I'm gonna do for the veteran of my life? When Power World cards come out, let's all buy them packs of Power World cards. Even if they don't like it, just like, here you go, thanks for your service. They say, what the... I don't want this, what is this? Just give it to them. Like, just tell them, save it, it'll be worth something in 15 years. You should be able to make, like... I'm gonna guess inflation here. $250. Because if they released 10 years ago, they'd probably be $100 a pack. Frickin' scalpers. But yeah, I had to make these videos because just the veterans I see every day have to work miserable, getting yelled at by these little girls who are just starting life, but they're the manager. And you're no longer the sergeant, the captain, even the private. Like, all military ranks have some prestige and lore. That's what you should appreciate about your country, like Americans. There is a chance to earn lore and prestige. People talk about the nasty of celebrities. If you don't want to do that, you could be a hero other ways. But they won't. No, I wouldn't either. Getting off the phone to study some science. If you're doing that, you deserve your extra money, your penthouse. I don't know. I just think that the people that risked it all deserve it too. But I guess in this world, the good are punished. No good deed goes unpunished. So you saved people, you made a difference. Now the Earth is gonna just walk away and forget about you, like that one enemy. What did it say? It was a cleaner, like a syndicate cleaner, yeah. See, we'll remember your name if you give us a minute. Just give me a second to really... I don't know, it's a sad situation. But it's life. Years ago... Where is it cold? Where's that one furnace thing that, like, improves heating? I'm taking this. I'm just gonna knock a lot of crap. Grass grenade. I don't think that's a very American weapon. Not gonna use that. That's something Germany would use more. Ground grenade, yeah. Leave some craters, boys. That's right, I'm talking up the troops. Yes, I'm happy we're blowing them up. America. If you're offended, pretend I'm Chinese and I'm... or pretend I'm whatever nationality you want, and then you'll be happy. For the sake of Allah, we will get blown up. Oh, no. Ooh. That's a ban. You're never making money off YouTube, but it's not about the money for me. I'm pretty old school. Back then, you just made videos on YouTube. You just hoped someone would watch, and if they did, you were so happy. Not someone to chase, just the happiness. If one or two people view it, I'm ecstatic. The one or two people, the one person subscribed, you're the first, you're awesome. I hope your afterlife, I hope you get specially selected, like in front of the trillions of people who lived, like, just a lottery, like, you were subscribed to that random person, so you get to pick your own afterlife. And you get some ethereal knowledge and wisdom, so you can design it really well, no mistakes. No, oops, forgot to put water breathing, now I drowned in 2 seconds. Gee, I got off a tangent. Maybe talking about up-talking the troops, like, signals come out, like... That's a crazy conspiracy. Actually, no, conspiracies are not crazy. We found out a large amount are true, so... Great job, Uncle. Great job, person in middle school who kept saying the government's corrupt and that's all he said. He wasn't wrong, but it was a bit repetitive. I would have liked to get to know you more. Well, not now, because I'm grown. I don't wanna play Yu-Gi-Oh! No more. That's how I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day. In military school, we even played that. Oh, that's sad. The dude I remember that died, he played too. He was really good. We never beat him. Man. Legendary man, legendary fighter, legendary Yu-Gi-Oh! Player. Utter Chad despite his looks. Like, you know those people? I think the people who are Chads don't look like a Chad, but still, like, their community sees them as way because their personality. They're more than the guy trying could ever be. That's just natural talent. Some people can't just undo you. Outdo you, undo you. They can undo you with natural talent. That's what the military does. But in the civilian world, we outdo people. We don't undo people. If we do... Actually, that's a good thing. Sometimes retired vets become police. Risk your life all your life? You can risk your life on the streets where every civilian wants to get one over on you. Actually, no. My area, the police is pretty cool. Someone walking down the street with some of the club goers, some ratchet-looking people, too. No offense. I was dressed pretty ratchet, too. I had the shorts, tank top, going down to the store. He got him some ice. Which good on him. 125 for some goodwill of the community. See, those people make a difference. That man, even if it's $1, like, he gave up... Let's say... I don't know how much he makes. He gave up a percentage of his hour's wages to help his department, who will not... Well, no. Police departments take care of their people. The police departments the corrupted police departments take better care of their people than the government does the veterans. Because when police are kicked out, they can get another job, references. Maybe it's just the area, because police are in the civilian world. When you're out of the military is a whole nother world. They got their own bases, their own places. I wonder if they get paid extra to mow the lawn, because I gotta mow my lawn for free. Oh no. If you're wondering why I never joined the military, back then one of my legs is still shorter than the other, but no, they don't want that. I think now they'd accept it, but now I'm old. I don't think I can do it. So I admire anyone who can. Ugh. Oh no. The veteran I know who's gonna watch this video, you got it, man. Life is full of twists and turns. It does change in a second, but life can drastically change in a second, dude. In less than 10 seconds, it's like, boom, this is gone, figure it out. Yes. I thought I killed him, but... Get in the... You see, we're so passive. I can sit here calmly walking on this beach playing a game. But in the service, if I was fighting an Iraqi, I'm not gonna be able to throw orbs at him. There's gonna be bullets. You take one... You've played Call of Duty all those games. One wrong peek, you're done. You guys didn't like Call of Duty when they added the windows and they added the 3D environment, like real war. No more run and gun. Now the camping's how you really fight. Any real soldier will tell you, like, no, I am not running and gunning. This SMG is not made for that. I wonder if people in the military get to pick their loadout or anything, if they get to choose the guns. I know they don't get to keep them unless they buy them. Kind of sucks. I heard even if you, like, find an enemy weapon, you gotta bring it back and you gotta purchase it. It's like, come on, man, let us get a trophy. Nah, well, yeah, let us get a trophy. We got plenty of guns. And guns are good in a community. Yes, some people use them well. If they didn't have that, it would be a rock, it would be throwing knives, it would be sledgehammer, it would be teeth. So yeah, you can blame the tool, but I wonder if something better than a gun will come out. I know that one dude invented lightsabers. The military probably got some specs on it, but don't think it'd be very practical. It'd probably be good for welding and rescue operations, cutting through ships, but not saying a soldier couldn't defend himself, but if your enemies are on the ship where you're supposed to be cutting into things and working on machines, I think you got bigger issues. Huh. Way bigger issues. But yeah, yeah, they just get nothing but some cool stories. That don't matter. You see all the stories on the internet. They got the night vision that saw demons. They have all this stuff. In America doesn't care. They've been telling you about aliens since Roswell. You know, I think this is like the second or third year in a row I've seen a reveal of aliens. Like, they keep on saying, there's aliens. It's like, we know. What are you distracting us from? The horrible treatment of veterans? No. Nobody cares because I don't see it. Unless they have a family in the military. I think Korea's got us there, or like, not North Korea, like the South one. Like, every male has to serve. think that would make a sense of unity and like a baseline. I know retail people say, man, everyone should have to work a day in retail so they'll learn how it is. Even me, as a dude, I think we all should have to serve. Going to military school, serving for a little bit isn't so bad. Like, it doesn't even have to be dangerous. You're not just gonna fight. There are over 200 jobs in the military. Even a cook is a hero in the military. Cooks are heroes in the civilian world. Like, you may not think they are, but when lunchtime comes around, he's the only one who knows how to make your favorite food. That's when you'll be like, oh, Captain, my Captain, or Mess Sergeant. Yeah, Captain wouldn't be making food. If he is, then he should probably get a better handle on his squad. Unless his squad's not there for another reason. But yeah, this is just something I wish I could do something about, but I can't. Because like most people, socially isolated, no force, no power, could disappear overnight. 15 people would care. And there are over 1 million people in America, so I don't think they'll care about 15 being sad. It's the brutal truth. Can't really hate on them too much. If I was running 1 million people, I wouldn't care about 15. Maybe that's what games are meant to teach us. Like, is that what they're trying to communicate? You ever played those games where, like, you're running your own country? You have to do some horrible sacrifices. The first game that really got me with the sacrifice was Fable 3. Which, spoilers for an old game you're probably never gonna play. If you haven't already. Should really, if you haven't. It's really good. But, your brother is, like, really just this mean guy. He's so cruel. You're like, you overthrow him. And then you realize why he was so mean, and I'm thinking, like, no matter what it is, I'm gonna do it. And then it's like, oh, my money? My cash? I remember I broke the promise to the Sand People because they wanted me to build defenses, but I didn't think I had enough. And lo and behold, the next mission, there's a jewel in their land that sells for the exact amount, so I had to live with that. To this day, I'm like, oh, I turned my back on them. Now I know, just keep your word. Just don't give your word if you're not going to keep it. Even a child learns that, but not grown men. Well, again, I'm playing those games. I know sometimes as a leader, you got to make sacrifices and be evil. You're going to have to be that bad guy. Be the one who takes the fall. Looks like now it's the... That's a really... It seems like it's becoming a really big thing with the presidents. Past few presidents, like, as soon as they get in, the hate train rolls in. Like, everything they do. Even though for a while we've known they have actually very little power. People who have power you're never going to see or hear about. Because they're smart. You can say they're dumb. Well, they can't be dumb because they're running a whole country behind people's backs and can't be found. Maybe you gotta be cruel to do that. I couldn't. I'd be like, oh, the people out there, I'm gonna go try to talk. I'd probably get assassinated, kidnapped. All that good stuff. So I guess that's why it's not me up there. But for the people who were out there, not even the retirement you promised. Come on, not even like a pension, like... Make sure they have a house, even if it's a crappy one that's like falling apart, like... I'd rather the stereotype be when veterans get out, they're moved to the countryside to live in isolation than have them on the street getting abused and spat on. Actually, country house would be extra nice. Ooh, just give them something. A trailer they can drive. Give them like a license. Like, you can have your trailer anywhere. How about that? Just let them have something. They fought for the home. Let them at least live in the home that they fought for. At least let them be comfy. Somewhat comfy. People in the old folks' home have all that stuff, but, you know, they're miserable. Can't share some of that, and I don't know what to do about the old folks' home situation, because As we know, some old folks are in there for a reason, some aren't. Guess it's just people's personal life. I can't imagine getting banned. Well, yeah, I can't imagine getting banned by my family. I don't have to imagine it. But I will, and I can do it very vividly. That's a glitch. That's not my right trigger, just sometimes when you're going to something, right trigger's just going nuts until you press it. Yeah, we get so busy in life we forget to take care of our heroes. Another example, look at Nightwing. Someone, a pal I depend on to get across the map. The moment I got back here, I started worried about my spheres instead of his safety. So if I were to need him again, I'll have no one. I think that's a good metaphor. If I need him, he's not going to be there because I neglected him. I want to fly, but I can't because I neglected my airborne. I neglected my soldier, now I don't have his support. Oh no, can we change that culture? Can we turn it around? Is this really the last... Is this really the end of days? I don't think it's the end of days. Like, it's one part of the world. Sentinel Island is still just doing its own thing. Eventually, I think one country, once whoever's guarding it's weak, someone's gonna move in and get the resources or discover something. I think the reason it let anyone in because the British captured an elder and he died in their care. Couldn't even blame them for being suspicious. Like, imagine just someone there was like, I told you those ghosts were bad. I told you they are literal ghosts. Are you all stupid? Yeah, you were right, man. No more outsiders. Thank you. Gave him justice. I know people judge others because of how they look all the time. Don't be mad when someone judges you for the way you look because of how some acted. Some paste faces. Which for the record, I'm white as paper, so I can say that. These pale faces came in, trying to be cool and slick. They messed up. Now they're stereotyped. Doesn't feel so good. But yeah. Oh no, I thought this is depressing. I need to find something else to talk about. Maybe I should start just appreciating veterans. Make some videos to show them how cool they are. Do they really need to be shown? They know. I don't know, I'll see you later, guys. Anyway, thank you to the vets from all these girly men out here that can't fight in the service.